you see here today to really address this in a different way. The second piece, and is very connected to that first, is the collaboration. It certainly would not have been the case, and everyone in law enforcement or social services knows this, a few years ago to see this group of partners come together to address this problem. And in the greater Lowell area, there have been no better partners than the folks you see here today. For the past 4 years, we have been coming together once a month, all sitting at the table, looking at this problem, and thinking about ways that we can address it. And that has led to us developing innovative programs that have really thought long and hard, not just about the problem immediately before us, the person in addiction right now, but it has helped us to take a longer view. What is it that underlies those who find themselves in addiction? And we've ascertained so many things that are familiar to many of us: childhood trauma, domestic violence, sexual assault, mental health issues, homelessness, and the issues being endured by our returning veterans. And to be able to take apart each of those pieces of the problem and think about ways to craft solutions. It also has helped us to take the long view in terms of the fact that we know that if we were able to stop the flow of opiates and the use of opiates today, we would still be looking at least a decade of work in terms of the people who've been caught in this cycle. And it's allowed us to look at those we don't always think about as being affected by this problem. For instance, children and grandparents. Folks who are both caught in a problem that is not of their making and have to be a piece that we address in the solution. And one of the initiatives that we've begun here that we're very proud of, and it is that I'm proud of particularly because it was born totally of goodwill and collaboration. We did not seek nor receive any funding initially for this, and it is a piece that looks both backwards and forwards. We learned from our public policy forums that so many of those struggling with addiction or entering into recovery had an unaddressed childhood trauma. And we know that we continue to see grow the number of children who are witnessing either a fatal or non-fatal overdose of a parent or caretaker. So looking at those facts and looking at what we know about trauma that's unaddressed, about the regularity of being in a home where drug abuse for some period of time is normalized, and what that does to a child's ability to develop resiliency and coping skills. And given what the research shows us about the passing of substance issues across generational lines, we developed Project CARE. Project CARE is a response to that issue, which when an incident occurs, when either a child is observed by a first responder to be present, when there is indication that the child lives in that home. The partners in this effort, which are the police departments in this area, the Lowell Police Department, Chelmsford Police Department, Tewksbury Police Department, Wilmington Police Department, the Mental Health Association of Greater Lowell, Lowell Fire Department, Trinity and Pride Star EMS, and the Lowell General Paramedic Team. When they see those circumstances, they both make a report to the Department of Children and Families, a 51A report as they're required to do. And the Department of Children and Families, who has not been able to meet this need, has been a wonderful additional partner to us. And then they contact Mental Health Associates of Greater Lowell, who has a deeper response within 24 hours is developing a care plan to address the needs of those children.